Game ball for me is Mike Vrabel. Because hey, listen, Drake Maye is playing fantastic. I'm not taking anything away from him. That game came down to coaching yesterday. Yeah. There are games this year where I'm like, hey, Drake won them that game, and he was great yesterday. But it came down to situational football. And you think about a coach that's had to replace a DC on the run, has had to make moves to retool the defense on the fly. And the thing he did at the half, which is another feather in his cap, a long list of gamesmanship deals that he's kind of won on against some really good coaches. And so I give it to Mike Vrabel. I thought yesterday's win kind of personified, what they're about from a character standpoint on that team. Turned it into a kind of a physical, lower scoring game, and that's how you win those games. Big boy Pats taking a big boy win on the road against, in my opinion, a very good team. Not a team at full strength, but no excuses for the Bucs. I mean, they just got beat. And the Pats 7 straight now.
You need like a Duval thing for the Pats.
Maybe that's
Drake.
it.
Yeah,
it's just Drake Maye, baby.
But they're an adult football team.
Yes.
And that's what's fun to watch. And I think
what I'm realizing?
What?
I'm realizing I like them a lot is because it reminds us, not saying we were like this, but how we were coached with Al Groh
in college. Yeah.
I just feel like this models what the Patriots are doing, and it's one of those things on defense. You have to stop the run. If you stop the run, it opens up everything for your defense, and it revolves around that. But if you're a team where you can't stop the run, we can't get into shit. We can't get into everything, and they're just a team that like you see the stats every week. Hey, no one's running over 50 yards against them. Like, no way they're going to sustain that. Here you go. Another good back comes in there. 50 yards. This past weekend, only 54 yards.
Yeah, we just made it over.
Yeah, just made it over.
Just made it over.
And you're like, damn, like, okay.
But
maybe
I do think
they had 113 yards rushing though.
Everything I thought Sean Tucker did a nice job.
I agree.
And I thought the run game was fine. Like they ran the ball well enough to win that game. But New England, man, like you come into the season and you say, hey, they're going to play with an identity. They're going to be tough. They're going to muddy it up. They're going to win these Vrabel spots. They've got a good front. They have a lockdown cornerback. They bring in Spillane. They make certain moves. They rework the safety room.
I love Spillane.
But really what they've done that's shocked everybody is like they have made this offense serviceable with the personnel they've had outside. And Diggs, they've maximized Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
How about Mac though too?
Oh my God.
Mac had a 54.
Oh, Mac was great. Drake trusts him.
6 for 106. Yeah.
But that's the point is like, I think it's obvious, but it's the offense to me that has put them in this position. Like you knew they'd have a pretty good defense. Mm-hmm. The defense started to play to their ability under and the most amazing thing is they've got 2 D coordinators now this year with Williams leaving because of a health issue. And then I keep fucking it. Core. Well, we need to start figuring out how to pronounce his name. He's doing a good job.
For the team website.
And I think the key to this game was, well, we've already talked about it. That Vrabel moment defined everything. You talk about the middle 8. You talk about like winning right before the half and out of the half. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I got problems with the Bucs game plan. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. They lay up and throw a screen in the red zone and then decide to kick a field goal. They go up 10-7. The next time they get the ball back, they're down 21-10. And it's because of what Vrabel did. And, when you get down there and you take a knee the first play, Tampa's got no timeouts. It's like a minute 40 to go in the half. You are reducing your chances of scoring a touchdown by 25%. But what you are doing is eliminating the chances that the Bucs score at all, and it speaks to the confidence that they have in this young team. Okay, and that was an intense fucking sequence. There were between Greg Gaines, and the dude with the giant head, 92 for the Bucs. That guy's got.
Simmons, that dude does have a fucking giant.
Holy
I was looking
shit.
at the guy, and I was like, "Is that 465 pounder?"
No,
I wasn't quite as familiar with Simmons. That dude's fucking huge.
These dudes were stacking people up. It was intense. Second and third down were like, that was some good football. That was the best football I saw played all day. Was down at the goal line there, and to go on fourth down, little short motion Diggs, get the switch. You've got outside leverage to throw that ball to him, the toe tap, everything, man. It's everything that Vrabel would have wanted if he drew up his football team 10 weeks in the season. Is like, these young fucking guys are going to be able to make plays like this and capitalize on my coaching decisions, which are unorthodox. And it changed the whole fucking game.
And then, bro, I'm just excited to see Diggs in kind of a new light. He kind of was a player that, granted, amazing wide receiver, probably a diva when he was in a lot of other places, and just to see the switch up of him here, and you kind of seeing him past weeks going to the coordinator, just asking, hey, is there anything I can echo to the guys?
Yeah.
And just being a real leader, and he's really not the focal point of that offense. And when you're not the focal point, for some guys, that really clouds your judgment and how you feel maybe day to day in there. But to see that, it just seems like everyone in that building is on the same page, like from coach down in that locker room. It's just everyone, and I think it's a testament to everyone's on the same page. Hendrickson running that touchdown.
Or TreVeyon.
TreVeyon.
Yeah.
Running.
Oh, I like Trey.
Yeah, looking at the sideline.
Running. Yeah, exactly. Running.
Yeah.
For
and
that
looking
touchdown,
at
and having the wherewithal to be like, hey, this is a situation where I probably could go down, but if Vrabel doesn't want me to go down, I'm not going to go down.
But he should have gone down.
He should have, but he
should have gone down.
And I think someone told him go.
Yeah.
So he ended up scoring, and I just
there's too many arms on the sideline. That's the problem. You got people doing this.
Yeah.
And you're you know what's amazing is that he's so fast that he has the time to do that. There were also 2 moments in the game where Henderson, and he reached the ball out and then reached it back. Like, I can tell he thinks. Like, he thinks a lot, and maybe that's what's kept him off the field early, like a commitment to Ramondre Stevenson. But he's hurt in this game, and you need TreVeyon Henderson. So 2 things in this game. Drake Maye, we talked about it, versus the blitz. That was going to be the main event. Like, can he handle Todd Bowles' blitz? 4 of 6 early in this game for 120 with a touchdown and 150 passer rating. The rookies, man, he checked them into that throw to Kyle Williams. He gets the man indicator, checks him into the throw. The trust on this team, trust in Mac Hollins, you talked about that, but the explosive plays to the rookies, man, that's exciting. And Henderson's going to carve out a role because, you as a defense, and this, Bo and Nate, like, when you load the box and you're in 4-minute mode and you try to stop, this guy's got home run ability, dude. And he could have broke another long run backed up on 3rd and 9. He was a tackle away, a shoestring tackle away from having 3 of these like long ass runs. So I think it's exciting to be a Pats fan right now.
One more thing that was really impressive, and I know if you're a Pats fan and you've seen this, is just Drake Maye's ability to have short-term memory as a quarterback.
Yeah.
Like in this game, he's just a couple of times where he kind of made bad plays, and then like the next play after, he's just ready to go and making big plays. And a lot of guys, like it's hard for you to do that as a quarterback. I think sometimes you can make a really bad play and let it stick with you and let it linger. And I just feel like he just doesn't. It's like next play. And honestly, we're saying, I think that's a testament of how Vrabel's coaching everybody and letting guys know, like, hey, like if you fuck up, like put it past you. You get coached up later on it, but put it past you, go make a play. And like that, and they're just been doing that.
They overcame a lot of 3rd and longs early. The weather didn't cooperate.
Yep.
I said last night, it felt like the Truman Show, like somebody was controlling the weather for Tampa. And they overcame
it wasn't raining where I was at. I was watching the game, and I was like, it was raining, and I'm looking outside like, what the fuck?
They're just dumping down rain on Drake Maye. And so, the Pats deserve a lot of credit. This was a big win for them on the road against a really good team.